Call the meeting for the directors of the waterworks to order. Minutes.
If we approve as written, I second.
Motion second to approve the minutes as written. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign. Motion carries. List of purchase orders.
Okay, yeah, we'll list the 4 items on the list. Ferguson Waterworks, that's that June Lane water main project that was previously approved. We finally got the easement back on that, so that's $7,827.40 for those materials. Then the other thing on here is John Doyle, we're going to have that property surveyed on our road, get that properly staked, so we know where we're at. Other than that, everything else is routine.
All right, any questions for Randy on the purchase orders?
Yeah, why are we paying this, if we're not gonna build on it or anything?
Because when we move the fencing, we want to know where the property stakes are.
Oh, you're gonna put fence, you're gonna install
We have to fence it off, yeah.
Okay.
All right, anybody else? Moving on, bad debt list.
Just to let you know that Run Right Industries, the one on the bottom of the list there,
Yes.
that was for a 1-month bill, and of that $940, $247 of that was for private fire protection, so there was no water usage out of that. So I just want to mention that.
All right, any questions on the bad debt list? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve, October 2nd, 2000 for bookkeeping purposes only.
Second.
Motion second that we approve the bad debt list for bookkeeping purposes only. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right, the water main extension for loop trucking facility.
Okay, this has been in the works for a while now. This property is just to the east of the old Schwarzsteiner Motors out on Michigan Boulevard on the same side of the street between what is now the Kia dealer and Cloverleaf. And there's just a gravel parking facility in there where they park their trucks, but they're going to build a garage in there or some sort of office facility. We need water, so in order to do that, we need to extend the existing 12-inch main down 190 feet to get water for another fire hydrant, and then their service going into the building. Their service hasn't been determined yet, that has to be another small step, which would be more of a tap. But I'm recommending we also further take this down another 410 feet to the corner of the Cloverleaf in order for us to start building our system up and around the Cloverleaf and around the Swan Lake Memorial Gardens, and then eventually it'll tie into the main there at Evergreen Plaza for a loop system. It's something we don't have to do, but the other reason why we stopped it short from going all the way to the corner and having them pay it, there's a lot of wetlands on their properties that's unusable by them. And so I felt that just extending it down far enough for them to get a water service into their property would be fair and adequate. And then we can do what we want to do. Now, we don't have to do that 410. Now we can wait till a later date. I just put that in there since we're right there. It would be beneficial for us just to run it down there while we're
Is closing that loop in our long-term plan?
It will be, yeah, because on the other side of Highway 20, on the other side of Cloverleaf, that's that area that the city is annexed, and that 20-inch main will then come around back to that trailer park that's in Bottom Creek, I believe it's called, right? And then eventually that's going to tie in across the road again, and then this will loop into that. So that's going to help eliminate a dead end at some point, but it's going to take some time, but it's a little at a time is better than none at that time.
You have to shut the highway down to do that?
No, not all be bored underneath if we go underneath the highway.
How long does it take to go under the highway?
Once you start pushing the casing, it depends how big the highway is, but
4 lanes.
4 lanes, they probably do it in a day and a half.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right, so we're to pay for the labor on the first extension and the total of the 410 feet, right?
Yes. If the board wishes to do that, now it's up, that's totally up to the council.
I think
Where would that actually show on this map?
Okay, this is the main extension that they would pay for, and then we would run it down to this point here. Eventually, we're gonna run this down and around. This here is all being annexed over here, which part of this already has. This is the old N&W Railroad. And eventually this come down, this is Swan Lake Gardens here. Eventually, they'll all tie together.
All right. Pointed out the wetlands, that's a good thing.
so it's breaking down up in the middle.
Well, while we're out there, yeah, a little at a time while we're there, it's best to do it.
And it would be cheaper while we're there already, instead of just starting a whole new project.
Well, in 3 or 4 years from now, it could be a lot more expensive.
Or a lot more expensive material.
It's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
Your abacus is off a little bit.
Pardon me?
Your abacus is off. It's off the 15,399 and 84,223 is equal 99,622.
Okay.
What?
What were you looking at, Ken?
Here he has the cost of the apartment is 99,562. But it's narrative below.
Oh, I must have, okay.
If you had the labor cost and the total cost is, the labor cost of section A and the total cost of section B, it's 99,622 instead of 99,562.
Okay. You did that quick in your head? Wow.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. I might have just hit the wrong key when I was trying
Something.
Leave it on you.
I know, I'm going
Blame
wrong.
on the abacus.
You got my respect.
Okay, I'll get it corrected.
All right.
Okay, any additional discussion on this? Someone like to make a motion?
I would, I'd like to move that we approve the total amount of the estimated project, $47,613.
I second.
In the long run, I would save the department and the city money
Sorry, what was the motion?
to approve the labor as it's presented for $47,613.
No, that's, we're approving the cost of labor on section A.
Well, I'm
What's the
suggesting,
total?
I'm suggesting that we approve both of them,
The extension.
the extension.
All right, but we have to do the material on section B to go along with Randy's recommendation.
Once the material is accepted, I think the motion is still being effect. You have any problem with that, Randy?
I'm sorry, I was
Doing his math.
I was just double checking here, but I understand what you want to do. You want to, you're approving the
A and B labor.
right for both projects, but we will also have to pick up the cost of the material for section B because that's the department cost. Whereas, and then the developer will pay for section A material of $24,862.
Have they accepted that yet?
They haven't seen this yet.
Okay, let's start with one motion. I move we approve the $15,399.
What if they don't accept this? Are we still gonna pursue this? No.
That's up to them to come back and,
Right, so,
I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't accept it. It's a pretty good deal.
no, I understand it's protocol what we always
Yeah.
do, but they could come back and say that we're not, so it's contingent upon them approving, and then
we
we'll
won't
go
do
forward
this
with the
Unless
extension.
they do it.
Right, that's right.
Okay, so, got that down?
Just approve Randy's recommendation.
I approve your recommendation.
Okay, you must make a motion.
All due respect.
Is that a second?
Well,
Somebody.
I motion to approve the superintendent's
second it.
recommendation.
Okay. Motion and second that we approve the superintendent's recommendation for the extension.
Contingent upon
It's done on
The extension of the water line contingent on the trucking company accepting this proposal. All right, any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, old business.
On the street water and ditch project down in 20, we're still waiting for the Army Corps of Engineers permit and the DNR permit for that. We made some headway on an easement agreement with Jupiter Realtor. They're the ones who own the Joe Sam building, the old Arnold Tate building, that they will grant us an easement providing we replace our driveway approaches or aprons, which is about another $16,000 worth of, which we have to buy an easement anyway, if that's the case. So they talked about us repairing those drives and replacing them when this was down anyway. So I don't have a problem with it, it's just that I'm waiting for another cost. But normally what we do is when we get easements for water main projects, we always grant taps. That's the exchange we normally do for getting a main extension on somebody's property. In this case, we don't have that leverage, so they're asking that we pay to replace their type of driveway bricks. So it's just something that normally you have to buy an easement. So I don't see anything out of line on this. It's just that I wish that it would have said something early on so we could have all this wrapped up. So, but once I get the other price, it may be a little less. I don't know.
You still gonna get it done by the end of the year?
It depends on how we get them permits from the Army Corps of Engineers. I talked to that guy last week and he said he was gonna call John Doyle, and I don't believe he has yet. It's very frustrating trying to get permits out of the Army Corps of Engineers. So anyway, that's where that stands.
Anything else?
No,
Anything on SSI?
no. Yes, we're waiting to get a date set up so we can have a teleconference here in the office and get everybody together.
All right, any other old business? New business? New business? Any public comment? Any board comments? Anybody like to move to adjourn? Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.